Hey, it's Khalid. I just came on here because I want to have a little rant about something. So, as all of you are aware, there's a big war going on right now in the Middle East. America and Israel are bombing Iran to hell. Families are getting displaced, people are getting murdered, kids are getting killed. And I'm not here to discuss politics because, like, I don't like Donald Trump. I want him out of office. He's a dictator, he's all of that. But I just feel like this is a really big like turning point for all of us. I just feel like, you know, a lot of us just lack empathy these days because a lot of us, and when I say us, I'm referring to us as like the American people. A lot of us were really indifferent or just flat out like, didn't care about the war because it wasn't affecting us. But as you can see now, it is affecting us. Gas prices are skyrocketing, they're going through the roof, and people are just now complaining about this, wanting to enter the war. And that's just made me realize that, hey, people just don't flat out care about what's going on. They only care when it starts to affect them. And then, you know, I think that's just really terrible. I feel like we need to do a lot better as people. You know, if people are getting killed every single day, and the only thing that makes us like step in and actually, do something to stop that is because our gas prices are high, or like we have to pay more for stuff. I just feel like that's just really flat out disappointing for us as people. I feel like I know we must do better than that because, empathy is a strong tool to have. And it's very important for us as a civilization to have more empathy because let me tell you a story. So, um, when I was a freshman, not a freshman, no, I was a freshman, right? This was 2023. I was outside at night. I was going to the gas station, and I noticed this homeless man outside the gas station. He was in an electric wheelchair. He was sleeping. Mind you, it was winter. It must have been like below freezing out there. It was super cold. I just saw him in his chair in his blanket, shivering, and he was sleeping. So I went inside, and a um, I bought him a hot chocolate, and I gave it to him, and then I startled him when he woke up. When I gave him the hot chocolate, I was like, here you go, sir. Here's this hot chocolate. Warm yourself up. That's the least I could do for you." And then he did the hot chocolate, and then I started asking him, "Hey, why are you out here, man? Like, what's going on? Why aren't you in like a warm bed? It's it's January. It's freezing outside. What are you doing?" And then he was telling me his story. He was in the military, got discharged. He got injured really badly while he was serving. His back was like so bad. Like his back, he broke it, I believe. So he was like permanently disabled. He was just living out there on the streets on his chair. And first thing I want to say, like, our government definitely failed him. There's no reason a veteran should be outside at night sleeping outside of a gas station at midnight in sub-zero temp and below freezing temperatures. Like, come on, seriously. And then his name was Billy. I'll never forget that. His name was Billy. We talked a little more, and excuse me. So he told me that there was a bus coming the next day to pick him up. It was a bus for like disabled people or something. I don't know. It was like some sort of like veterans bus taking him somewhere. I don't know. He didn't tell me everything, but he told me that he was like getting on that bus first thing in the morning, and we went our separate ways. And I'm like, it's been 3 years since that. I'm still thinking about that. I think about that man like at least once a week. Like, I hope he's doing okay. I hope he's doing better than last time I saw him. And that's just like, I don't know why that stuck with me so deeply because, like, I only knew that man for like 20 minutes. But that like 20 minutes is gonna stick with me my entire life now because, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I just want to like, I just want to say people should you. It all starts with you, okay? Like, I'm not saying like you have to go out and do something big. You don't have to be like the next. You don't gotta be a Superman. But if you just try, and put yourself in other people's shoes, and actually, try and do something to make a difference. That's all you gotta do, man. That's all you gotta do. Like, I think like we as a people, as a civilization, I'm not saying we're not failures because, a lot of us are still doing really great things out there. A lot of us, aren't just drowning in apathy. A lot of us are actually going out there and trying to make a change for the world. But I feel like there's still like a big portion of us who are just sitting and doing nothing, living our lives of only like doing something when it directly affects us. And even then, there's still not a lot of change being made. Like like I said, it starts with us, we as a people. So that's really all I wanted to say tonight. Thank you. And, again, just have a little bit more empathy, okay? Good night.